Hey Pisces, I hope that you're all doing well. For this reading, I'm using the Light Seers Tarot. We are starting off with the Hermit. This is feeling like a quiet contemplation. This Hermit card feels very relaxed, but I also am seeing the word insomnia coming through. So maybe some of you guys, you have something going on with your sleep or your sleep patterns. Maybe something having to do with dreams, as Pisces is connected with all of these things actually. And Hermit is your sister sign, so this is something that will directly oppose your Pisces placements, as Hermit is connected with Virgo. In this Hermit card, you see that the person is like kind of in their own realm and they're in their own space. And so there can be something that you're doing where you're like away, where maybe nothing can reach you. So maybe you're like unreachable at this point. And if you look at the details of this card, like this person just ultimately feels like there's a centeredness or like a stillness. So that can be maybe some quality that's being embraced. You can be doing some type of centering. But I almost get the feeling of like putting your phone on D&D and like nobody can really reach you, and you can be in your solitude and like in your own personal space. And there can be a feeling of calm. And for some of you guys too, so Pisces is connected with anything that is absorbent, like sponges. And so those of us that we have Pisces placements, or you're dealing with somebody with Pisces placements, a lot of the work of Pisces is to learn to distinguish between like what is ours versus others. And so maybe you're doing something right now where there is some type of letting out or releasing of projected energy that is not yours, and coming back into your own energy, which can even feel in certain ways like this beloved emptiness that you can be connecting with. Not an emptiness like a loneliness, but an emptiness of a like relaxing, not having that sense of pressure, that feeling of peace that comes with being in a centered space. So there can be something along the lines of this that's happening right now. I see this can kind of be like a break, because you know Pisces is also connected with places that we disappear to or go away, to be away from the world and to be away from other energies and like the influence of other energies, and to isolate ourselves. Pisces is connected with that. And so there can be something of this that I'm picking up specifically off of the Hermit card, where you can feel like very, very at peace once you filter out the like projected energy of other people and you come back into your normal state and just feel good to be within that energy. Like I'm seeing something where you'll feel very at peace within that, you'll feel calm, there's not this pressure, and that's where you can really start feeling your light emitting from that. Because the projections that we get externally can be something that covers us up more and more and more, to the point where energy can get kind of balled up and then it's not sort of being let out. And I think that like what I'm getting from this is that when you're in a place where you feel like you're really centered and have like come back into a place of alignment, it's kind of just like light sort of like pouring out of you, and that being your natural state. Like how this person is, you see the light that's coming out. And it's reminding me of a sponge again, where it's just this like porousness that's also connected with Pisces, where just the light that is within, it's not being blocked by anything. And so it's just kind of like all around you. And maybe this is something about strengthening your auric field as well. Can be like that too, and taking off anything that would be like not allowing your energy to come through and express itself. I'm also getting stuff about healing now too. The thing that I really like about this Hermit card is that on the picture, something that draws my attention is that this person is still technically on their path. They're just above it. So it's kind of like being suspended, where like everybody else like goes walking down here, and when you're like back in action, you're walking on the path too. And this person is not off track. They're not off the path. They're just above the path. So there can be something like that that's happening here. It's kind of like an undisturbed space that you can go into, and a feeling of safety within that. And you can be having some important things coming to light. This feels like taking a look at the inner here. Like this moving into that. Like there can be maybe some epiphanies, some realization, some pattern recognition, some understanding. Even just a place of like, I'm centered and I'm seeing things clearly. I'm no longer like blocked by anything that I had taken on. This is like the diffusing and the releasing of energy that is not yours, the releasing of the projected energy, and then getting back into a place of clarity where you can just like see everything as it is. And you see too, this person's eyes are closed, so it can be like maybe you cleared out your third eye, maybe something here needed to happen. It's feeling like some of you guys, you could be doing heart chakra work. It's also connected with your third eye and your crown too. That could be something that's going on. Some of you guys, there could be like a separation that you're having from somebody. So I'm seeing you be in your own space. I'm seeing somebody else coming through that's kind of on the perimeter of where you are energetically, but I'm seeing there be stuff where it feels like there are things going on with you and this person that, I don't know, maybe this is not feeling the most functional to you right now. The Knight of Cups is coming out reversed, so this can be somebody that's maybe holding back telling you something. They can be holding back their feelings about something. There can be something that hasn't been being expressed. And then I'm also seeing the Three of Cups reversed, which can mean that you can be feeling a disconnect from this person. Like, this is somebody where if everything were in kind of like right order, it's like you would be on the same page. There would be emotional transparency with this person, but right now can feel like that's not happening. And so you can feel like there's distance between you and this person, and maybe something was going on where you were like, I need to like get out of this person's energy and I need to just reconnect with mine, because as soon as I do, I feel like back to normal. And maybe something was going on with this person. You were feeling really impacted by their energy, especially if there's something going on where there's like blockages within their energy too. It can be something that maybe you took a step back from just to center yourself and be like, okay, now I feel like I'm back in my normal energy. Whatever's going on with them is going on with them. Maybe you're also able to see that more clearly. So something could have been happening where you were like maybe feeling really impacted by this person. You know, Pisces is connected with things like boundaries or lack thereof, depending on how the energy is being channeled, where it can be difficult because Pisces can pick up on energy so easily. It can be difficult to know, like, is this coming from me or is this coming from you? Like, is what I'm feeling really self-generated right now, or am I just like borrowing aspects of your energy and I'm just feeling like everything that you're refusing to feel right now? You know, it can be something like that. So I feel like something was going on with this person's energy, but the way that you know that it's their energy and not yours is because when you go back into your own space where you like unplug from other people's energy and you're just in your own, you feel like you're back into a centered space. And that's how you can know that it specifically has to do with this person's energy and what you're basically like taking on from them. And I think even just having that knowledge is important, because you can not be self-identified with energy that's not even yours. So instead of internalizing this person's energy, just seeing that's their energy, this is my energy, this can be something that helps you center within the like gravity of your own energy. So you're not taking something on and then be like, what do I need to fix? Because when you're in your own energy and you're centered and you're aligned, everything is fine. There's nothing that you need to do. So that means you don't need to make it your business to be taking on this person's karma energetically, and that you can, from a loving space, do whatever it is that you want to be doing while not taking on something that is not yours. And then you can go about interacting or not interacting with this person in whatever way you want to, while also knowing what is not yours, you know? Like it's kind of like before maybe something was going on and you were like, do I have a problem, you know? And then you get into your own energy and you're like, oh, like there are no problems coming up. It's like you interface with your own energy. It's kind of like, you know, when a car will throw a code and you have to see what's going on with it. It's like something was throwing a code and you're like, is that you or is this me? You get into your own energy. There's no code being thrown, you know, like there's nothing coming up. Like you're totally clear. And you're like, oh, that means it's that person's energy then. And I think this is helpful because it just helps you to not take on something that's not yours. It helps you to not identify with something that is not yours, and to understand the boundary between your energy and this person's energy. So that means that you can go in and interact with them and not take on their karmic baggage as if it's yours when it's not actually yours, which can lead to you even feeling like you're in a healthier place with yourself. So whether you go and you interact with this person or there is distance between whatever it is that you decide to do, you understand your energy and you understand their energy and the difference of what that feels like and what that tastes like and what that sounds like, and like the essence of it. And maybe that's been your biggest challenge lately. So yeah, for some of you guys, I'm wondering, it can be this specific relationship, it can be this relationship and other relationships, but it seems like your challenge has been about basically going into do not disturb mode, clearing the energy out so you're just left with your own, and then back into a place where you're seeing things clearly again. And you don't have somebody else's energy blocking your own. And it can be telling you about like what business is yours and what business is not yours. There can be an epiphany that's coming with this. I have to say, like, for those of you that you're dealing with another person, you can be realizing that like where you are and what you want is different than where this person is and what their behavior is. Because you can be dealing with a person that's like, I want to have connection and I want to have intimacy and I want to be close, except there's a holding back of feelings and there's like a disconjointed aspect within their energy where there can be basically like movement that's been motivated by the ego, and because of that you're not going to be able to have like that closeness and intimacy that you want. And if anything, this person can really be pulling you out of alignment. And so what you can be seeing is that as much as you want to be connecting with this person, their energy signature is not open to that right now. And so what you can be realizing is that even though their energy shows that if they were making different choices and motivated by different things, that there could be that connection, what is being shown right now is that their choices are not aligned with that. Their energy is not aligned with that. And so the depth that you're looking for and that intimacy and that being on the same page and that camaraderie and that closeness and that transparency emotionally, you're not going to get that from them because that's not the energy that they're in right now. So what you can be coming to the conclusion of is that if that is their energy, what you're looking for, you're not going to be able to find it in a dynamic with them right now. That doesn't mean things can't change, you know? People can change tomorrow, but this can be something where maybe you're looking at it and you're like, it's gone on long enough that I need to stop looking for that here because I'm not going to find it and I need to let that sink in. So this can be a conclusion actually that you've come to about this situation with this person. I will say that this is somebody that can just be like operating really from a shadow space, from an ego space. And so it can mean that you can very much see the potential in this person and that you guys can be very alike. It's just they're channeling like a different frequency of the energy, and it's one that doesn't allow for that compatibility that you're looking for. But it can be one of those situations where it's like, if this person were expressing a different aspect of their potential, you could definitely have that connection with them. It's just that this is how they're choosing to channel their energy right now, and so it's not going to work. So it can be something where you're like, I also need to consider that. And with that acknowledgement of this, because this could have been something where you were like, I feel puzzled by this because I see like aspects of their energy poking out, but then I see them kind of revert back into this thing, or to cover up, like, why is this happening? Why is there this friction? Why is there this tension? And it's because of what they're choosing to do, and that's their business. All you can do is assess, and when you assess, it feels like this ultimately is the conclusion that you're coming to with this. But the challenge can be for you to stop looking to them expecting something different when this is what they've been repeatedly showing you. The reason why this can also be difficult too is that this is somebody that they can be like, no, like I want to work with you, or like I want to work things out, or I'm trying, but I'm seeing words and actions are not aligning with one another. And so you need to just see, what's going on here. Because you're not, it's like this person being like saying, my hands are open, like I'm receptive to you, and as soon as you go to put something there, you see that their hands are really closed. So it's like they're saying one thing, but then you're seeing something else, and you have to see through that. And also too, having Virgo here and having Virgo within the aspect of your energy, Virgo is about discernment. So you have to discern the difference between what this person is saying versus how they're actually showing up, and you need to base this off of how they are showing up. But yeah, this can be somebody that it's really tricky with them, because I am seeing like they do want connection, and they come through as a Knight of Cups. It's just a reverse Knight of Cups. So they are somebody that they can say like, I want all of these things, and that can very much align with what you want. But as far as the behavior, there is not a coherence. There is a dissonance, and that is on them. And it feels like by you being like locked into the dynamic with them, it puts you into a place of dissonance because of this person's energy. And it's about needing that separation so you can see that, so that can be discerned. This person that you're dealing with, they may also be like very focused on work, or they can be focused on like building a legacy, or they can also be like really focused on things within 3D, but it can be in a way where they may be trying to build certain things within 3D where they have not, there's like emotional work that's not being done. And so there can be a lack of emotional awareness, and it can be like all of this stuff. This reminds me of having a having certain Pluto aspects with another person where you can be feeling and seeing like all of the things that they are not feeling and seeing, and it can drive you a little bit crazy because you can like it's basically like it's like as if the person is made of glass and you can just completely see through them, but it's like they are not totally connected with that yet. And so for right now, it seems like this is not going to work. And so with all of this, understanding all of this, what are you going to do about that then? Are you going to like keep trying as you've been only to come to this conclusion then? Or are you ready to see it now? Because it seems like this is like a failing to show up on this other person's end. It's not you. I'm not seeing that be part of your energy. I'm seeing it be more so them. And with that, it's like everybody needs to be in an upright position in order for this to work. Their energy is not upright. Their energy is all reversed. This is not going to work with them. So it will feel like the closer you try to get with them, the more the distance grows actually, which is a really interesting concept, but I'm seeing that kind of be the thing just because of the way that this person is showing up, and that's really what's going on all in all with them. Some of you guys, like, you can be the one with Pisces placements dealing with this person. Others of you can be dealing with a person with Pisces placements and that's how they're showing up. But either way, it's like you're going to be one or the other within this story. And it seems like it's about discerning and recognizing what's going on beyond what's being spoken. Because all intentions are made manifest regardless of what's being said. The deeper intention is always made manifest. And what you're seeing is the deeper intention regardless of what's being communicated with you. And it's about having your energy be clear enough to see that, to discern that, to recognize that, what's really going on. All right, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting and tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.